Hey everyone, Marco here, and let's do the final recording session of Nurikabe Worlds. I'm doing these recording sessions back to back, so let's see here. We've got 15 more levels to go. And let's do the second half of the Enlighten puzzle pack now. So here we've got this big 63 region that we saw at the end of the last episode, and it's going to loop all the way through this puzzle here. So that's going to be a headache. We've got a bunch of ones that we can start with. These diagonal connections here, these go out a little bit. These twos go out as well. This bit of water needs to connect. This two flip-flops, this two goes over here, this two flip-flops over between these. This two flip-flops here as well. This 4 has to go out a little. This 3 goes out a little. We've got a whole bunch of 1s and 2s on the bottom. This cell over here is land, and that is going to connect to the 63. Oh, jeez. That goes down here. And I think because the 63 is splitting two bits of water, let's say the inner bit of water and the outer bit of water, those are going to have to connect along the rim here. So there's got to be a water connection happening down here and some sort of water connection happening on the top. Which is why we do actually know that we have to extend this bit of water here. These 1s and 2s resolve like so. This bit of water goes up. These 2s go out like this. Now this 63 connection is going to happen here, and there's going to be a water connection above and below it. This 2 goes to the right. This water connection is going to hug the wall. And this water connection has to still happen over here, because this bit here is walled off. This cell over here, geez, this is going to connect to the 63 as well. And this bit of water needs to connect to the rest below it. But it also needs to connect here. So that we have one water connection from here to here. And this bit is going to connect to the rest. This 4 is sort of given here, this 2 is given as well. This cell here has to be reached by the 63. Bit of water still has to connect. And we have this water connection happening here. This 3 flip-flops. This 2 flip-flops as well. We don't know how that's going to resolve. So let's check the left-hand side. We have to hug the bottom here as well. If we go up top, then this cell here has to be filled out, which loops around to the 63 somehow, which is bad for this water. So this goes down below. That's going to keep going like so. This bit of water has to connect. This water hugs the 4 here, or hugs the wall, goes up around the 3. This 63 goes up a little bit as well. This 3 is going to go up here, forcing this bit of water to go up, and now the 2 is going to force the water to go right. And now we have to go around this 4. We push this to the right, we push the 3 to the right as well. Now the water connects around the inside, the water connects on the outside, and that actually gives us exactly 63. Peanut. Okay. How is this a peanut? It's just like an oval. Okay, this 4 goes out here. This 5 can only go 1 up, so it's got to go a bunch to the left. Now either here or here. But if it goes over here, that's bad because this cell of water is isolated, so it's gonna go down. This 2 either goes up or down. This bit of water goes down here. This bit of water goes to the left here. This 4 goes up. This 3 fills in this corner. We got this 1. And both of these 2s flip-flop here. I'm looking for good spots to start, but it's up with this one. I think some unreachability is feasible on the top. This cell over here can be reached by the 4, or by this 4, or by this 6. And I think we can go somewhere to the right side. And that creates this cell here, which has to be reached by the 4 or by the 6. I think this is bad because that isolates the water, so this is water, as well as this. Reaching this would be bad here, so this hugs the wall. Six has to take this spot, because if this is water, we don't have enough space for the 6. Separates it from the 5. And the 6 definitely goes here as well, because if not, then we only have 5 spots. So this bit of water goes out here. Let's check unreachable cells on the right. I think this is out of range of the 3, the 5, and the 2. So this cell here has to be reached by the 5. Gotta go above the 2 here. And under the 3. Now, this cell here can't be water because that means there's not enough room for the 6. That's how the 6 is gonna go. This spot here is land, that's gotta connect to the 4. This 4 goes to the left. This spot over here connects to this 4. This cell over here is water. That's out of range of those 4s. This is land. And this bit of water has to connect to the other water. That goes around here. This bit of water connects. This 4 goes down. Water connection keeps happening here. I'm like a broken record, aren't I? We gotta connect this bit of land to the 4. This 6 has to go a little bit to the top because it can only go 4 cells on the bottom. But on the top, it can also only take 4 cells, so it takes 2 here. This 2 goes like so, so this bit of water connects to the rest. This 4 flip-flops here, but this bit of water has to connect. This bit of water has to connect here now. That gives us our 6. This 4 goes up above. The water still needs to connect. We get our 4 like so. Get this 4 here. Flip-flopping between these cells, this 4 flip-flops over here. This 5 has to go down, 2 has to go down. And now we have this bit of water which needs to connect to the rest through this spot. This bit of water needs to connect to the rest through this spot. And this bit of water here is now separated from this water on the bottom side here. It has to connect over here. This bit of water needs to connect over here. And there we just connect the rest. Okay. Can't touch this. We got a 15, a 12, and 10. That's actually going to be able to reach everything. I guess we'll start with a few standard-ish deductions around the 1s and the other small numbers. This 4 flip-flops here, that creates this pocket here, which is going to have to be reached by one of our big numbers. That goes around the 2. This can't touch the 7. So this is water. This is land. The 7 can also now only reach these cells. These are blocked by the 12, and this is blocked by this swath of land. Now, if this connects to the 12, that's going to be bad because this bit of water here will be isolated. So this water goes out here. These are 2 different things. This water goes out here. And now we have... This is already 11 cells, so it's got to connect to the 15, like so. That's all the room it has. This cell here connects to the 12. This cell here, this pocket has to be reached. This pocket has to be reached as well. The water hugs the outside alongside it. This water connection happens as well. This is 8. It's gonna reach up to this point, and then it either takes one cell over here, and this cell, these cells, or these cells, like so. This water connection goes down. I think we've got some unreachable cells over here, so let's take care of those. This cell here has to be land. It connects to the 10 diagonally over here. This is going to take 4 cells using one of these. This is already 3. They need 2 to connect, so they can only take 1 more. And that's got to be one of these cells here to prevent this 2x2. Actually, this exact cell. So we've got this happening like so for the 10. This 5 fills in this pocket. This bit of water needs to connect. That was a pretty nice showcase of multiple large numbers, I think. Final plus. Let's just get some more water here. I've got the entire pitcher. So we've got a whole bunch of pluses here separating our numbers. But none of these are actually sum clues. All of these are pretty small. So let's start by surrounding our 1s and separating numbers that are 2 apart from each other. This 2 is going to flip-flop over here, so this is water. That means the 3 is going to go down, the 2 is going to be pushed to the right. This 3 is going to fill in this gap here. This 3 is going to go out. This bit here is threatening a pool which the 5 must reach, and it's got to hug the wall so that no pools of water form there. This 3 fills in this corner. This 2 fills in this corner. This 5 has to reach down over here to prevent this pool from happening. We've got some water cells here. Those get filled in. This 3 goes up. None of this can be reached because it would have to go past the 2, which means the 2 fills in this corner. This 3 goes out. There's a lot of unreachable space here between these 3s and this 2. Actually, just like something like this. Not as much as I thought. The space here is unreachable though, and that gives us the 2. This 6 has to loop around like so to prevent this pool from happening. This bit of water needs to connect to the rest. This 4 definitely needs to go over here, but this connection still needs to happen. In fact, this connection loops around the wall because all the other spaces are cut off. But we still have 1 here, which we haven't reached. This 2 goes up, this 2 goes down. This 2 goes to the left. This 2 goes to the right. This 3 flip-flops here, so this is water. All of this space is unreachable, and that creates 2 pockets which need to be filled in. These pockets are filled in as well, and then this bit of water goes down. So most of our water is already in a big connected group. Just missing a few bits on the top left and the bottom right that still need to be connected to it. The numbers on the bottom left are fairly high, actually, and the bottom right and the top left. So we won't have that much unreachable space in between. Just like this bit over here and this bit over here. I think this 5 can only go one spot to the right because it's got the 4 and the 3 over here, so this actually goes up, forcing the 4 to go up as well, and to the right once. This bit of water still needs to connect to the rest, and it has to go above the 5. And it has to go down now, so that's how the 5 is going to resolve. This 3 is going to go down now that it's pinched in by this water. This water connects. This water goes out a little bit more. This 3 has to fill in this pool here, which means this water goes to the top to connect. We gotta reach this spot here, and that gives us our 4. Now we just need to connect these last bits of water. This connection happens over here. We get our C shapes here for the 5s. This bit of water still needs to connect down there. And there we have that. This cell here is unreachable. If this cell here is land, it's going to connect to the 4, and that's sad news for this domino of water. So we have that happening. If this is water, that's bad news for the 5. It's only got 4 spaces to go, so this 5 definitely goes a little bit more in this direction. And how does this last bit resolve? This is tough, actually. I think this has to be water. If this is land, then it connects to the 4. But there's got to be some water between the 4 and this 5, which is going to end up fenced in. So this is water. The 4 goes up a little bit here, because it can only go 1 to the left. This 3 can't go like this because that fences in this water. So this 3 goes up. This would create a diagonal fence, so this is water as well. That gives us this 3 going up, this 3 on the right. Everything is going to fall into place over there. Now we just need this bit of water connecting to the left. The 4 and the 5 need to be separated. And I believe it happens like this. Alright, Enlighten is done. Let's do Challenge Ascend. 3 nights. We've got our 1s. We've got this 2 and the 6 being diagonally adjacent, and these are 2 apart. This 2 flip-flops here, so this is water. This 4 can only go... It can only reach these 5 cells, so it definitely takes these. That gives us our 2 direction. It gives us this 2 flip-flopping. This cell is unreachable. This cell is unreachable. And what now? Okay. This cell here is unreachable. It's got all the 3s next to it here. think everything in the top is still reachable. This 2 can't go down because that creates a pool here. Let's see. It is rough. I'm looking at this 4. If it escapes to the left, it'll have to go like so. If it escapes to the right, it'll go like so. It can only go up 1 space, because if it goes up any more, it'll fence in this 4 up top. Oh, nothing can take this spot. That gives us our 2. Ah, jeez. There's a lot of things that can happen here still. We need to prevent a 2x2 from occupying this spot. And that's going to either be this 4 going down here, or this 3 going up. Dumb argument, but either way, this is water. I'm seriously running out of things here. Okay. Jeez. There's like so much empty space here that the 6 is threatening to cover. I can't make any of my well, actually this number can't go here, or this cell here is unreachable deductions because of that, and I am struggling. I thought this pack would have some more challenge levels with the funny pair numbers or line numbers, but maybe that's still to come. If this 2 goes to the left or to the right, it's going to force this pocket here, which this 4 has to reach. Oh, because of this, 2 can't go to the left because that's going to force this 2x2. Either way, the 2x2, this cell here is water. So either we have this happening, or we've got this sort of thing happening. And we don't quite know which way yet. Either way, this is water, but eh. There's like no obvious solution here. Okay, I have something. This is a possibly dangerous pool that forms. The only thing that can stop this pool from forming is the 4, and it's got to go a little bit to the left to prevent that pool from forming. That's it. That's all I have there. But then... yeah, now the 4 can't do stuff like reach this anymore. This spot over here has to be reached by this 4, but that's, like, not really important. I'm gonna have to edit this episode down, won't I? It's gonna be weird with the background music. Maybe I won't edit it. Maybe I'll just leave myself rambling. Okay, I see something possibly. If this 2 goes up, this cell here is land. It's going to connect to the 6. If this 2 goes to the right, this cell here connects to the 6. Either way, this is going to be a cell which connects to the 6 directly, because if we do this as water, it's going to have too long of a way around. So the 6 is a little bit forced. That could be helpful, or it could also just be completely not helpful. I think nothing but the 6 reaches this 2x2, so it's got to go down at least a little bit. Jeez, this feels so restrictive. Or like, there's not enough restrictions on these. So I'm mostly just thinking really abstractly. If this 2 connects on the left, on the right, we are going to need a water connection down here. I'm just going to go full into trial mode here. It's going to cascade a little bit like so. And that's going to break. Don't feel good about this, but I need to keep this moving, and I don't see a better deduction right now. Sometimes it just breaks a little bit into trial and error. Hold up, never mind. Oh yeah. Yeah, that does work. This 4 can't go up now because that restricts this aura too much. So this happens. Yeesh. I got a bit. I am a little bit stumped and don't know where the logical step is. This here has to be land, water. If this is land, then it connects to this 3 and it creates this ugly pocket which can't be filled. So this is water. This is like another nothing deduction from my end, though. Oh, but now the 3 has to go up. No, it can't go up because if it does, then it creates this 2x2 at the bottom. That's bad. I think that might have actually been the intended deduction here, so let's actually back a bit, undoing the 2 and the 6 bifurcation here. This bit here has to be water. This 3 can't go up, so the 4 has to fill in this spot here. That means this 4 has to go down. And now this spot here is unreachable, which means the 2 goes up now. Now the 6 goes up here. This bit of water goes to the right, which connects to the 6. And then the 6 is almost complete. We just need one more spot around it. The 2 flip-flops here as well now. This bit is unreachable because if this is land, it connects to the 3, and that creates an isolated water group. Damn, alright. This really is how it's going to resolve. If this is land, it connects to the 3, and that means all of this is water, which is bad because this pocket can't be filled, so this is water. This is water as well, the 3 can't reach it. This 3 definitely has to go somewhere over here to prevent that 2x2. Oh yeah, but now that this 6 is restricted, these cells here are unreachable. This one, oh, this is just barely reachable by the 3. Since this 3 needs to go down a little bit, it can't prevent the pool from over here, so this 3 goes up to prevent that. Okay. This spot over here is water. This spot over here is land, it connects to this 3. This 3 is complete now. This pool corner gets filled in by the 6. This corner gets filled in by the 2. This 3 is done. This 3 is done. Wow, that was tough. I should just straight up leave my ramblings in for that. That was rough. Anyways, this 7 is taking everything that's on this side here. This 7, if it goes over here, it'll have some water between the 7 and the 3, which is cut off. So we do have this for the 7 and this for the 3 to prevent this pool from happening. And now these bits of water need to connect across the grid. We've got this 2. This 3 goes over here. These numbers are separated. This 5 goes up. This 6 goes down a little bit here. This 5 goes down. They're separated. This 5 goes down a little bit more. Separating the 4 and the 6 and the 5. Now the 5 flip-flops between these spaces. This 5 goes down. It can only go 1 to the left here, 1 down here, so it goes 1 to the right. This 5 definitely needs to go a little bit to the right. If it goes over here, the 4 breaks. This 4 has to take the spot, if not, it only has 3. But then it's either gotta take this or this because it can only go 1 in that direction. No, if it goes over here, that forces the 5 to take this spot, and then this bit of water is dead. So the 4 takes this O shape here. This bit of water here needs to connect to the rest. This 5 flip-flops over here. This 5 can only take 1 spot over here, so it goes down 2. Gotta split these numbers up. Now this 3 goes up here, only places it can go. This bit of water goes up and has to escape to the right. This 6 here. This bit of water needs to connect to the rest, so it's gotta go between this 6 and this 6, and this is the only way it can do that. And now it needs to connect up above. And it needs to keep connecting up above here. And needs to go down. Now we finally have everything on the top connected, but it needs to keep going along the right side to connect to the rest of the water. If this 5 goes down, that's bad because this pool will happen. So this is water. Nothing can reach this spot, but something has to reach either here or here. So it's either the 5 going like so, or the 4 going like so. But this is bad because then the 4 is penned in. So we have the 4 hugging the wall, 5 going around it. 5 also takes this spot, and this bit of water needs to connect. And now we go over here with the water because we need to cross this grid line. So we either take these 2 or these 2, and that's bad for obvious reasons. So we go like so. 1 more cell for the 8, so this bit is water. 2 more cells for the 4, so it's got to go out, pushing the 8 down as well. Either here or here for the 4. If the 4 goes up here, the 5 doesn't have enough room. So we have this happening here. 5 needs to take a little bit more. This cell of land connects to this 5. It's gotta hug this corner. So for reachability, we gotta account for this 3, this 5, and this 4. This cell here is out of reach. This cell as well. This cell as well. This cell as well. We've got these 2 pockets. This is filled in by either this 5 or this 4. This is definitely going to the 3. So we're almost done here. We just got to take care of this little rest. So we're either connecting like so or like so. Either way, this is water. We've still got to connect with this bit of water up top to the rest. way to do that is getting a bit weird. I think we just straight up have problems if this cell here is land connecting to this 5, which would make this 4 go down. That creates a diagonal wall. So this is water. And I think this can't be water now because this 5 doesn't have enough room. So this 5 definitely resolves like so. This 4 takes the corner. This 5 has to take this corner. And then we have this 3 and this 5. Ordering clusters. We've got a lot of numbers diagonally adjacent on the border. And that's going to be dangerous for these bits of water which need to connect to the rest as well. This 3 flip-flops between these spaces, so this is water. This 3 flip-flops between these spaces, so this is water. That creates another flip-flop chain here. This is water for the 2. Now this 3 either goes up or down. Nothing reaches this spot, so the 2 fills in this pocket. This 3 is given now, this bit of water needs to connect. And what's next here? Okay, unreachability on the bottom here. We've got 5s and 3s and this 5, and there's also a 7 up above. I think the 7 can only go up to here. No, that's 8 even. Only up to here. So these cells are out of range of the 5. And this 3. So we've got these cells. That gives us our 3. This bit here is either connected to the 5 or this 5. Either way, it can't do water connections along the left side, so this is water. And on the top here, this can't be reached. This 4 definitely has to go here to prevent this pool from forming. And now this can't be reached. This as well. This is... No, this can just barely be reached by the 5, but this can't. This 5 has to go down here. This 4 has to prevent this pool from forming. This danger spot exists. This danger spot exists. This connects to the 5, which means this can't connect to the 5 and connects to the 7 instead. Now this spot is unreachable, which gives us another corner to fill in for the 7. This definitely goes to the 5. It presses down a bit to prevent this pool from forming. And we get this resolution for the left side. This 3 goes down, which means this bit of water is officially disjoint and needs to connect here. This spot is dangerous, and the only thing that can take it is this 5. Now this 4 goes out a little bit, that means this 3 is given, this 7 goes right, which means these are part of the 7 as well, to prevent stray water. 7 goes down. This 4 flip-flops here, so this is water. And this water still needs to connect somehow, doesn't it? I think if this 4 pushes to the right, that's bad news. Because then these numbers are satisfied and this water connection still hasn't happened. So this 4 goes down. This corner is filled in. This water connection has to happen over here. And now we have this 5 and this 7. This is sort of a 19 cell area. If we look at this 4x5 rectangle with this corner missing. So with 5 and 7, that's 12, which means 7 cells here need to be water. I think that's math being done correctly. So we need to add 6 more water cells. That means we have to create some sort of way like so, where we can make sure the 5 is connected to the border, but we also have a spot at the border where we can push back in to remove some cells from the 7. Or cheese. Okay, we've got some gaps here. We'll need to connect water. We definitely need to connect water through this gap. This cell here is unreachable, so this is water. These as well. This 4 goes up like so. This 4 goes up like so. To prevent this pool from forming. And let's just see if we can resolve the right side here in general. We have this pool here possibly being dangerous. It gets prevented by either this 3 going up or this 4 going to the left. Either way, this is part of the 4, and this cell here has to be water. Yeah, just if this cell is water, this cell just is bad. I think if the 4 goes like so, this 3 is going to have to go down here, and that's just not going to leave enough space. So this 3 is going to end up going up. This 4 is going to go over here or here. Either way, this bit is going to be water, and this corner is going to be filled in. And just hugging the wall here gives us enough space for the 6. Alright, let's break up our numbers here. This 4 can't go to the left. This bit of water needs to connect to the rest, so this 5 just takes that outside. This 2 flip-flops. Between this 4, this 3, this 6, this 2, this 5 here, these cells are going to be unreachable, giving us this 2. This 3 has to go to the right once. This 5 goes to the left here and go down. The 6 can only go up once, so it goes to the left. Can't go to the left again because that means some water is going to be trapped down here, so we go down, and we go down one more. We can't go to the left here again, so we go down one more. And that's it for now. We either go up here, or we go over here. These numbers are separated. This cell here is straight up unreachable, as well as a whole bunch of stuff over here. This pocket gets filled in by the 3. I don't think a water connection can happen through this point here because this 5 is either going to go here or here. I mean, the water connection would have to go like so, and that's going to mess with the 5, so the water connects up top. This 2 flip-flops here. This cell here is part of the water connection, so this can't be water. I mean, this can't be land connecting to the 5, so this is water. This 5 does have to go a little bit to the right. And what's next? This 5 has to go up a little bit because it only has one space it can go to the right. It's got to go 4 up. This bit of water goes down. And what's next? Well, there's a danger of a pool forming here, I believe. The 4 does have a bunch of spots to go to on the left side. Let's see here. This spot is unreachable. This spot is unreachable as well. So water's going to start there. This 2 is going to flip-flop here. I can definitely prevent pools from the left and right, like so. So it's not like the 5 has to go up just yet. Oops. Let's see. I don't think this is land here, because if it is, then both the 3 and the 6 are pushed down, and that's bad. Oops. I accidentally undid one step too far. This is water. But I don't quite know yet if the connection is happening on the left side or on the right side. Could still be both. Could still be both. The spot is unreachable, but like, what is that even? The spot here is flip-flopping. Oh, if this 2 goes to the left, it creates a blockade. It's got to go up. This water is got to go here. And then I think the 5 definitely has to take at least this spot here, which also leads it to take that spot. This bit of water goes up. This water, I think, hugs the wall, which goes around the 4. It keeps hugging the wall here. I don't think it goes down here because that creates this ugly pattern. So this is land, this is water. This corner gets filled in, and that gives us a little bit more down here. This 4 goes down, this 5 has to go to the right. I think bad things happen if the water connection doesn't happen on the left side, like if this happens here. Then this bit of water needs to connect to the rest. That just does not leave enough room for the 6. So we have this sort of thing happening over here. And that leaves just enough room for the 4 and the 3. Okay, middle part done. I think this is water because if this is land, it connects to the 5, which makes the water connection happen here, pushing the 6 down, not leaving enough room for the 3. This is water, definitely. The 3 needs to go up a little bit to prevent the pool from forming. Means it can't hit this spot. There's not a lot of space for the 5 now that I think about it. It's got to hit this spot. It has like this room, but either way it takes this, which means the water connection happens to the left of the 5, but it can go around this way, or it can go this way. If it goes around this way, if the water connects this way here, we have this happening for the 3. That's not enough room for the 5. Right, if this is all water, then the 5 just ends up not having enough room. Okay. Oops. Or just in general, if the 3 goes here, then the 5 is blocked in. And now if this is water, there's not enough room for the 3, so the water connection happens through here. And that gives us a little bit of a domino effect, giving us our 5, our 3, our 6, our other 3. This spot over here can't be land because that connects to the 5, so this is water. And we still have a water connection happening somewhere over here. This 5 goes out a little bit more. This cell here has to be land, because if it's water, then this is a pool forming. But that means we have a diagonal connection if this is land or this is land. That gives us our 3. This corner has to be filled. That gives us this 5 over here. This water has to connect through this spot. And that gives us our 2 and our 4. Complete. And I think I've hit 1 hour because I stalled so long on these puzzles, so we'll do the other puzzles in the actual finale recording session. Blueprint. Oh hey, is that a Blueprints reference? I don't know. Okay. Well, we got 7 more puzzles until we finish the campaign. So actual finale is next time. Let's just peek into the credits real quick. Okay, it does look like it's actually going to be 3 different puzzles here. And yeah, we've got 3 more here. Maybe 4 more. I can't count. And we'll do those next time. So yeah, that's it for me for now. Bye bye.